Hey everyone, I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to jump on before we go ahead and get started. As you guys jump on, just put some hearts or share how long you've been coaching, how long you have been in this business, and share something from your personal development today too. And hopefully I'm in the right group. Yes. All right, we are getting people on. So as everyone's hopping on, just share where you are from, how long you have been a coach in this business, and share something from your personal development today. Obviously, personal development is such a big part of our business. So share any takeaways that you had that we can also learn from. Hi, Jennifer, Bridget, Mandy. Yay! All right. And while people are hopping on and introducing themselves, letting us know how long they've been in this business, I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about who I am and how long I've been here. So, my name is Jessie Mershon. I have been a coach. I just hit my 5 year mark. I have had a 3-time elite team. I was a single mom when I started working 80 hours a week. So, for all of you guys right now that are getting started in your business and you're super busy, know that I completely understand where you're coming from, but that this is completely doable if you stick to setting timers like we're going to do today and you crush your power hour or power action hour every single day. It is such a huge part of your business. And I went full time in 7 months. I have been coaching ever since. I am home with our little boy now, too. And ironically, this is my first time actually ever talking in the champions page. So I'm a little nervous and sweating my butt off right now. But I am super excited. And when they asked me to do this, it also fell on my daughter's 12th birthday, which was super exciting because I started this business because I had an eating disorder and I was a huge drinker and I needed to be a better mom. I needed to make some massive changes in my life to set a better example for my daughter. So when I got started, it was all for her. And now I am home with both of them, her and my son, who will be 2 soon. And I'm so thankful. I am thankful that I worked hard. I am thankful that I fought through the fears and through the self doubt. And you guys, this business isn't hard. This business is going to change every single part of your life if you really want it to. And when I got started, I was literally told to stick to your power action hours. I was told to show up every single day on social media and help at least 3 people every single month, and you would become successful. And I did that consistently every single month in the business. Since I started, I have hit Success Club. I make it a priority. It's a non-negotiable because we're here to help people. We're here to make a difference in the world and we are here to change lives. And if you're not helping people, you're not going to feel the joy that you want to feel as a coach. So, that is a little bit about my story. I am so excited to get started. I am going to be using, you guys should all know what this is, the Success Club BAT system. It's the business activity tracker, and this is literally how you grow your business. There is nothing that you can skip on here. There is nothing that you should do differently. If you stick to this, you can grow such a successful business, and it makes it so easy. I am home with my little boy who is super active, so I have to set timers for my daily activities or my business doesn't get done. I don't want to be momming and trying to run a business. I want to keep them separate. So being intentional with timers is literally a lifesaver for everybody, and you will feel so much better about yourself. You can't control who says yes, but you can control what you do every single day in your business to show up for yourself, to show up for your family, to show up for your goals and your dreams, to show up for your team, and to consistently show up for all of your followers who are believing in you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Before we start, one of the top things on the business activity tracker is the Be Proof the Product Works. This is something that I do not schedule in my activity hour because this is something I knock out outside of that. So obviously we're online health and fitness coaches. We are taking care of ourselves, drinking our superfoods, pre-workout, post-workout. We're working out, and that is your time to invest in you. Make sure that when you start your week, you know, are you working out in the mornings, in the afternoons, during nap times, in the evenings? What is your schedule? When you go on vacation, you guys, these workouts travel with you. There is no excuse why you can't still show up for your business. And one of the best things is you get to share that and share how you're staying accountable even with the holidays and kids' birthdays and busy lives and pregnancy and postpartum and all of the things that are going to happen in your life. You get to keep showing up. My husband was gone for 7 months. We were seeing each other one weekend every 3 weeks. I had both my kids, my dog, and my house to run, and I still showed up for myself in my workouts because I knew I had to. And I still showed up for this business because I knew that's the only way it keeps moving forward is if I continuously share my journey every single day on social media. You're going to go through ups and downs in life, and you want to stay consistent so that you can grow something you are so proud of and reach those dreams and goals you have. And if you put it on hold because of X, Y, and Z, your business will always stay in the same spot. It will stay in that holding spot that you can't get out of, and you don't want that to happen. So use your current situations to help you grow, to help you become the best version, but also so that other people in that same situation of life can see how you're doing it and know they can do it too. So the first one that we are going to do, and we are just going to set a timer. This is for 5 minutes. This is expanding your network and growing your network. You have to expand your network. We're going to get to the inviting. We're going to get to the loving on people, loving on your challengers. But the first 5 minutes is expanding your network. You have to put your business card in front of people. Now, I want to start off and say this is not going to be something that you are commenting and liking. Literally, all you guys are doing is putting yourself in front of people and handing over your business card. So what I recommend doing is I have inspo accounts. I have a couple inspo accounts that are my market people. And when I go to expand my network, I just go straight to those accounts. So think of things that you like to do. Think of where you buy your clothes, your workout clothes, your kids' clothes, where your kids go to school, the favorite grocery store, the restaurants or places you like to go have drinks, movie theaters. Think of all the different things that you would like and then go to their pages. Now, everyone on this call is probably a Target lover. But Target is one of those brands that if you went to Target, there is going to be millions of followers, and that's a really huge account. What you want to do is go into their followers or go into their last post and look at people who were commenting on the post because those people are active on social media, and you want people that you'll be able to build a relationship with and like and comment on their stuff. And then go find one of those people, see what their page is about. If they are your person, that can be one of your inspo accounts. And from there, you'll be able to just start going to their page every time. So for 5 minutes, it is 12:10. I'm going to set an alarm. All you're going to do is go find 50 people in this 5 minutes. And again, no liking, no commenting, just go straight to their page, follow them, and that's it. And go to your next person. And I go now. And if you guys have any questions, always just write them in the chat. For anyone that's jumping on right now, all we are doing is for 5 minutes adding to our network. So you are just going through and just adding people. I recommend keeping it at 50. I know Instagram is always changing, but 50 is usually keeps you out of jail. They say 50 within an hour. 3 more minutes. And at the end of this activity, you guys are just going to share in the chat how many people you were able to add. I don't write any names down. I am only adding during this 5 minutes. Two more minutes for anyone new jumping on. We are just loving on, or we are just going through and following new people. Sorry, following people for 2 more minutes. One more minute. Something you want to make sure that you aren't doing is don't ever go to a coach's page and follow their followers. Obviously, that coach is probably working with them or talking to them, building relationships with them. So make sure it's people outside of the coach network. All right, the time is done on that. So you guys, that was just 5 minutes. That's all that took, and hopefully you added a bunch of people. Feel free to share in the chat right now how many you were able to add and just give us the number. It goes by super quick, and that's one of your daily tasks, and you can check that off. Now, if we were doing this as a team, I would be inserting little things. What we like to do on our team is we would insert a minute of planks, a minute of jumping jacks, a minute of doing a boomerang, a team boomerang, because you should have some fun while doing this business. If you're not having fun and you're just making yourself feel like you have to do things, you're not going to enjoy it. So this would be where we take a minute, we would insert a little activity and do it. Right now, the activity I want you guys to do, because I can't see anyone, just share in the chat thread what was the best part of your morning so far. So for the next minute, just share in the chat thread what was the best part of your morning so far. All right, and the next task we are going to do, we are going to spend 10 minutes loving on people's stories. One of the things that you always want to remember is the people you are talking to most in the stories that you are watching are going to be the first ones. So if you were to go look at your Instagram and you went to your Instagram page and it has all the stories up. These ones right here are your most recent people that you've talked to. So what I always like to do is I scroll for a little while till I get further out, and then I'll start clicking on those because they're new stories that I haven't been watching. Another thing to be aware of is this is a time for you to self-evaluate. Are you watching other coaches or are you building your business? If all of the people in your line are coaches on your team or in the network or the coaches you look up to, that is awesome that you look up to them, but you're not going to grow your business watching all of their stories. So make sure that if you start seeing that, you check yourself and remind yourself that you're here to grow a business and skip past those. If you have time later on, feel free to go back and love on your coaches, but you want to make sure that you're being super intentional about who you're loving on during the story time. So now for the next 10 minutes, I will set an alarm. All you are going to do is swipe through. I recommend not commenting. So say someone puts up 10 stories. Do not comment on each of their stories because then you seem actually crazy. But just comment on one. So for instance, right now, the girl that I'm on is trying on a dress and talking about the dress, asking if she should keep it. So I'm going to comment on it. I will let her know she looks beautiful in it. If I like the dress, I will tell her I like the dress. And then I swipe to the next person. Ready, set, go. And if anyone has questions, just drop it in the chat. And you guys, your comments should just be real comments. So, hey, does their food look good? Do you want that recipe? Do you want to know something about something they shared? If you can ask them a question to keep a conversation, do that. But if you don't like the dress that she's wearing, don't tell her that you do. Be a real, honest person when you're doing this activity. For anyone new jumping on right now, we are just loving on people's stories for 10 minutes. For anyone new jumping on, you are just going through people's stories and commenting, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, just commenting, letting them know you like what they posted or something that they shared, you like their dress, you want the recipe to something, you hope they're having a great day. For anyone new hopping on for about 5 more minutes, we are just loving on people's stories. 3 minutes left. For anyone new that might be hopping on, we are just loving on people's stories for 3 more minutes. For anyone new hopping on, we have 1 more minute of loving on people's stories. And you guys, one of the best parts of our job is we get to love on people. We get to just tell them that they're doing something well, or that they look good, or they look pretty, or what they're doing with their kids looks fun. And you never know how bad their day might be, or you never know how much they might need that little tiny comment. And so, even though to us this is just 10 minutes of loving on people, this is 10 minutes of making someone else feel good for just just because it's part of our job. Like, how cool is that it's just part of our job? 1 minute left. All right, time. So for the next minute, this is where, again, I would insert an activity for my team to do. We would do jumping jacks, planks, push-ups. We have dance parties, boomerangs, whatever it is, just to add a little excitement. And if you're like us and you don't just want to sit and stare at a screen, it helps you get moving and you get active, which is, again, part of our job. So have fun with it and have little activities. Today, what I'm going to have you guys do is share how many people you have helped so far this month. It is the 10th. And how many people you are going to help this month. Share right now. And for anyone new that is hopping on, we are doing a live action hour, how you can complete your business in an hour every single day using the business activity tracker and setting timers. All right, our next activity, we are going to love on people's posts for 10 minutes. So this is different than stories. You are going to be just loving on people's posts. So you'll be going through your actual feed and write real comments, you guys. Read what they actually wrote and comment back. It is going to be so much better than going through and just writing good, great, cool, nice. That's not going to mean anything. And also just liking a photo really doesn't do anything. It doesn't build a relationship. A lot of times people don't care about likes anyways, but when you comment and you actually know that the person read it, even when someone comments on yours and you know they actually read your post, it makes you feel good. So during this task, it's not about how many people you can get through in 10 minutes. It's about commenting and really reading what people are writing and getting to know them. It's also going to help you know, are these people that you would want to work with? Or what are these people struggling with that you might have a solution for? So it gives you a time to get to know them and build that relationship. And Danielle, you're at 0, but you are going to help more people. Don't worry. Sarah at 2, goal is 10. Heck yeah, 9 more to go. Haven't gotten anyone yet. Jessica, you'll get people. Courtney. Awesome. You guys, no matter where you are at right now, we are literally only at the 10th of the month. And remember, the more joy that you find in this journey, the more you are loving this, the easier it is to invite when you are feeling your absolute best. So pour into yourself so that it shines through, and then share those things on social media every single day. All right, next task for 10 minutes, setting the alarm right now. And you are just going through and loving on people's actual posts. So go through your feed and love on people's posts. And again, if you have any questions, write them in the chat. And remember that while you're doing this task, for anyone new who just hopped on, we are just loving on people's feeds. And think about any questions you can ask someone. So if you only like something, it doesn't give you an option to start a conversation. But if you write on their post, for instance, this girl is back at the gym, I'm able to say, awesome job, you're back in the gym. And then I asked her what was holding or what happened in the last few weeks that you weren't able to get there. Because it lets you build that relationship and they're more likely to respond if you ask a question. So anytime you can ask questions, you're getting to know them better and it makes the conversation so much smoother. For anyone new hopping on, we are just going through our feeds right now and loving on people's posts, writing real comments about the things that they said or posted about. Four minutes left. For anyone hopping on right now, we are just loving on people's posts in their feed, commenting real comments and really reading what they wrote. Commenting will get you so much further in this business and asking questions to any of your followers. And right now for these tasks on loving on people's stories, loving on people's feeds, and going through and adding to your network, I do not write names down for this. So right now I would not be writing down any names. I would just simply be doing the task. And if anyone has any questions about an action hour, feel free to write it in the chat and I can answer for you anything you guys have questions on. Okay, time is up. Now for 1 minute, we are just going to share in the chat. What should we share right now? What is the reason that you started coaching? Did you start coaching because of a challenge group? Did you start coaching because of the programs? Were you loving the programs? Did you want it for the community? What was the reason that you started coaching? Steph, you're so welcome. I'm glad I got asked to do this. Kate asked, best tips for staying organized with new followers, invites, and follow-ups for someone who's not organized. For someone who is not organized, Kate, that is totally me. This planner has been the biggest lifesaver. The Rise Up Planner, I highly recommend it. Maura is a coach in the network, top coach, and she created it, but it has changed my business so much, and I feel like I actually know what I'm doing. Basically, what I do with that planner is I take all of these tasks and I write it on the day that it's right there. So I keep this in the planner. I just laminated it, but then I write them all out in the Rise Up planner and I check them off every single day. So she has a spot for Monday through Sunday, and that's where I would be checking all of these off. And for followers, I don't track who is following me. I just go through and add 50. I try to add 50 in 5 minutes, but I don't track if I hit 50. I can basically usually tell how many I've added just because I'm used to doing that. I do not track the new followers. I do not write their names down. The only other thing I do is I write down 30 names. And so those are my 30 invites I sent that day. For inviting, which is going to be our next task, first I want to say pick a number. On here, they have 5 invites on the business activity tracker. Pick a number that you can stick to, because one of the things with this business, if you're like, I'm going to invite 100 people today, and then you're not going to invite for another month, that's not going to grow your business. You want to be consistent in your daily activities every single day. So if you can commit to 5 and you do that for a week, and then you go up to 10, and then you go up to 15, and then you go up to 20, awesome. Keep going up as you can. But your invites are such an important part of this business, and without it, your business won't grow. So if you did not listen to Micah's National Wake Up Call 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, make sure you go back and listen to that National Wake Up Call. She talks about how if you saw something on social media, like say you follow me, I put up a post on social media that I'm having a birthday party for my daughter today. I hope you guys can all come. More than likely, you would not show up at my kid's birthday party, even if you knew me and were friends with me, because you would just assume that you weren't totally invited. Now, if I sent you a direct invite to my kid's birthday party and said, hey, I'm hosting this party, I really would love for you to be there, you're most likely going to come if you can, or you're going to try to, but you're also going to feel like I wanted you there. I wanted you to be a part of it. So when you are doing invites in this business, it is inviting people to your party. It is inviting people to get healthy with you, but you have to be willing to invite them into the opportunity. We aren't a lip gloss company. We aren't a purse company where it's easy to just say, hey, I want this color and this size, and that's it. Someone has to come to you and a lot of times tell you they are depressed or struggling with anxiety or an eating disorder or binge eating, that they feel so uncomfortable in their own skin, that they're feeling so alone and depressed. They have to come to you with these really hard things to start the journey. So when you reach out to them, you're being a friend and you're telling them, hey, do you want to do this with me? And you give them an option to start talking to you about it. But more than likely, otherwise, they're not going to come to you. They're just going to watch your journey and they're going to wish that they started. And maybe they will never start if you don't invite them. So you have to take the initiative and send invites. Our next task is going to be inviting on people who have liked your post. So if you are a coach, even if you're brand new, you should be putting up a post every day or every other day on your social media. And whether you are getting 5 likes or you are getting 100 likes, it doesn't matter. Anyone that is liking your stuff is going to get an invite, because if they're liking your stuff, they're telling you that they like what you're doing. So send them a simple invite. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just has to be an invite, inviting them to that opportunity. If you are inviting them to, if it was a coaching post that they liked, then I would invite them to coaching. If it was a challenge group post that I put up or a transformation, I would invite them into my fit club. And it would be something super simple. I can read you guys what my invite would look like before we kick it off. So I save my invites, something also before we kick this off. On Instagram, if you go to message someone, there's a little plus button. And once you click the plus button, there is a little 3 dots and like in a paragraph thing. You just click on that and it's going to have quick replies. This is where I save all my invites so that when I'm inviting to coaching, when I'm inviting to my fit club, when I'm coming off a retreat and I am inviting based on all of them liking my photos or my stories from my retreat, I have these invites saved and ready to go, and then I just update them as we go. So for instance, I also save one that I'm very big into my faith, and I connect with a lot of girls that are already into fitness. So I have invites that are specific to people who I'm connecting with on their faith journey and who I'm connecting with on their fitness journey. So as a brand new coach or as a coach that's starting to connect with people, think about why you're inviting them to it so it makes it more specific. My invite would say, hey girl, happy March. I'm so excited to be taking my next 10 ladies into our fit community and thought you might be interested. It's for girls who want to crush some goals and have a place to get through 2020 feeling your best with some extra support and accountability and prizes. Would you be interested? Are you working towards any goals physically or mentally? That's all I sent. Now, something that I recommend doing is voicing it, because then they hear your voice and they know you're a real person. And then from there, they usually respond. A lot of times people will want more information and they don't join right away. You guys, if they want more information, they're going to join you. They're going to come around. So be excited and know that, again, all you can do as a coach is share your journey and invite people to get healthy with you. And if the timing is not right now, that's okay. You're going to be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you're going to be showing up so that when they are ready, when they reach that point in their life that they need this, they're going to join you. This is when I would start writing stuff down. So I write down my 30 names each day that I'm inviting. And then I also would track in the Rise Up Planner. It has a spot for your customer hot list and your coach hot list. Anyone who wants more information, their name goes on that spot. Because for me, if they wanted more information, even if they don't join, they're going to become a follow-up that I'll continue to follow up with until they're ready. So make sure that you don't lose those. I made that mistake so many times in my business where I was like, oh, I'll remember. I'll screenshot it. I'll go back to it. Or I'll remember this girl's name and I'll follow up with her when she's ready next month. And guys, you don't remember. You forget, and then you lose those people. And then they go to other coaches or they don't get started on their journey. So if someone wants more information, make sure you write their name down and have a tracking system for that. Those are your follow-ups. All right, 10 minutes. We are going to, anyone who has liked your stuff, you are just going to simply either voice them and send them a voice message, or you can write one up and send it to them and invite them into your fit club. If you have a group that is kicking off right now, or if you have a specific date, let them know, but make it just super Short, simple, and invite them to get healthy with you. Go. And thank you guys so much for all sharing why you got started. You have so many awesome reasons, and it's cool just to see why people get started. And also remember, that's something you should share on your social media all the time. The reason why you got started is important. You don't have to be a millionaire in the company to make this a successful business. You can start as a brand new coach by helping people each month and build yourself to that millionaire spot. And people will always connect with your journey along the way as you share. They're going to connect with you being brand new, and they're going to connect with you saying, hey, I started because I was giving my sister accountability, and now I want to help other people have accountability. Or I started because I was, getting the best results ever, and I wanted to help other women get the best results. And for anyone new that's hopping on right now, we are just doing a live action hour for the next 8 minutes. We are just inviting people who have liked our posts. So they liked your post from today, yesterday, the day before. If you are a coach, you should be posting every day or every other day, and you should have some likes on there that you can go through and invite. And Kate, if you're still on, let me know if that helped you understand how I stay on top of invites and follow-ups. And if I was not doing this live right now with you guys, I would be writing my names down for the invites. That's the only thing I write down, and then they go in my customer hot list and my business hot list in the Rise Up Planner. You can order it on Amazon or go directly to her site. She has the 2020 edition. For anyone new that's hopping on right now, we are doing a live action hour, and we are just inviting people who have liked our post and inviting them into your next fit club or challenge group, accountability group, or coaching. Does anyone have any questions about inviting right now that you're struggling with or you need an answer on? And remember, just don't overthink invites. Invites is such a big part of this, but it is literally what is going to grow your business. And you should be so excited about this opportunity that you want to tell everyone about it. And if you're not, you need to ask yourself if you're pushing yourself during your workouts, how your nutrition is, how your personal development is, how the relationships in your life are, and focus on growing those things even more, because this should be something that you are so excited for that you can't help but share it with everyone. If you went to your favorite restaurant and you loved the food, you would share about it on Facebook, you would tag them in your Insta stories, you would tell your friends that they need to go there and the food is so good and what dish you loved. That's the same about this business. You should be so in love with how you are feeling and the changes that are happening in your life that you can't help but share it with everybody that you come in contact with. And for anyone new that is hopping on, we have a couple minutes left of just sending invites to anyone who has liked any post that we have recently put up. And feel free to ask any questions that you guys might have about how to invite or what invites look like or who to invite. Anything you guys have questions on, ask in the chat. 2 minutes left. Courtney, in the beginning, we did 5 minutes of expanding your network and then 10 minutes of loving on people's stories, 10 minutes of loving on people's posts, and now we are doing 10 minutes of inviting. All right, and for the next minute, this is where if I was doing this live with my team, again, I would insert an activity for my team to do. I would have them do a minute plank, a minute of jumping jacks, a minute where we had a dance party, and we've even done like $5 little Starbucks gift cards for people, because you want to have that team community and that sisterhood, but you also want to have fun and you want to get moving during these. So we insert a little task for a minute every single time. Mine are usually geared towards fitness because I really love fitness and I love just getting active. So for the next task that we are going to do, we are going to spend 5 minutes going through your stories. Anyone new that is watching your stories, send them an invite. It does not have to be like you built a relationship forever. If they're watching your stories, you can send them an invite. Go to your first story of the day, or like your oldest post, because that's going to have the most views on it. And then we'll spend 5 minutes of sending them invites. And something I always do in the beginning of my invites is if I was to go in my stories, hey girl, thank you so much for following along in my stories. I don't know if you'd be interested, but I am taking on my next 5 girls, or I'm opening up my next 5 spots for girls that want to get some results with us. Have you ever considered being a part of our community? Something super simple, but I always, always thank them for following my journey or thank them for liking my transformation photo or whatever the photo was, and let them know that I'm thankful even if they don't join. And this is a question that I know I get a lot on my team. When you are sending invites, every coach does this different, but when you are sending invites, if I'm doing a follow up, I also count that as an invite because I'm re inviting them. And I will invite someone, like if it's been a few days and they haven't responded, I'll shoot them a message and say, hey girl, just wanted to make sure you saw my last message. I know life can get crazy, or I know you're a mom and life can be really busy. Um, would you be interested? So I give them a few days. If they haven't responded and they're still watching every single day, I do that, and I continue to do that. I've had people follow me, you guys, for 3 years and ignore me for 3 years straight, and I will keep following up, and they've ended up joining me when the timing was right for them, but they ignored me for all of that time prior. So just keep following up. You can't control who says yes, but you can control what you do to intentionally move your business forward and make a difference in the world. 2 minutes left. All right, now you will have 2 to 3 minutes that you are going to, for this one, on your business activity tracker. This is where you are tracking what you are doing in your stories. And what I do is I just take 2 to 3 minutes each day at the end of the day where I go back and I look at my stories and I ask myself, did I share about daily life? Did I do my workout clips? Product use, did I share about it? Healthy meal or meal prep, because I don't necessarily do every single one of those each day. Like yesterday, I shared 3 clips from the workout. Today, I shared me starting my workout and finishing it, but I didn't share workout clips. So I like to intentionally know, okay, today I did this, so tomorrow I'll share workouts again, so that they're not seeing the same exact thing every day, but they always see that I am getting my workout in. Also, you guys, figure out who you want to be on social media. This is such a big part that I see so many people struggle with, is you feel like you have to be who your coach is or who a top coach is or whoever you're following, but you need to be who you are. So for instance, if you are someone who loves dancing, and I just talked to my team about this, if you love doing TikToks, I have coaches who rock it, who look so fun, and they love it, and it looks so cute on their stuff. Me doing TikToks is actually super awkward, and unless I'm doing them with my children and it's a joke, I can't do them on my stories. So that's okay. That's not me and that's not my market. But what is my market is when I make my pre-workout in the morning, I just make my pre-workout and I play my Christian music. And it literally makes me feel good. And I hope it makes my followers feel good. And one of my main goals in this business is to help people have a journey with Jesus. So it goes along with my mission. So figure out what are the things that you are trying to build and leave behind, and what is the legacy that you want to do with this, because you get to be whoever you are. And the more clear you get on what you like to do and what you want to share and what your mission is, the more your business is going to grow and it's going to feel good and feel authentic to who you truly are. So, right now, just quickly go through and check out your Instagram stories. What have you shared? If you shared a product today, what product are you sharing tomorrow? You don't have to share pre-workout, post-workout, Shakeology, meal, every single thing every day. If you want to, awesome, do that. But also know that you don't have to. You can pick things and share on different days and give information about Shakeology one day and talk about it, and maybe a different day talk about Energize. You can switch it up however you want. Go. We'll just do this one for 2 minutes, and then we have one more task. For anyone new that is hopping on right now, we are just doing a live action hour. We are towards the end of it right now. We are just going through your stories and self-reflecting on what you have done using the business activity tracker on all of these. Daily life, workout clips, product use, all of those things. And just seeing what you might need to do more of or what you haven't. You should be sharing in your stories a few times each day. I know some people share a lot and some people share a little. Again, that is going to be completely up to you what your business is, but make sure that people can see what you're doing and get to know you and your mission and what you're doing every single day. And the last task for you guys. This is going to be where you log into your Fit Club, your accountability group, if you're running it in the Challenge Tracker app or if you're running it on Facebook, however you're doing it. Make sure that you are loving on these people. These people put their trust in you and they put their faith in you, and they're believing that you can help them feel good and live their best life. So make sure that you don't just get those Success Club points and check the box off and leave them hanging, but that you check in on them. Something I do every single Thursday is all of my challengers on Thursday get a direct message from me asking how they're doing and something about their journey, depending on how many times they've logged. So I use the Challenge Tracker app, and I just ask them like, hey, have you, saw you logged 2 workouts this week and you hadn't logged any last week, so I'm so proud of you. I meet people where they're at. Hey, saw you logged 1 shake this week. I'm so proud of you. Were you able to get in any more and forgot to log? Or, hey, you logged every single day. I'm so proud of you. I want to meet people where they're at because they're starting a brand new journey and they're making a lot of changes in their life to get started. And sometimes you have to fail a bunch of times. If you're getting in 1 workout, you haven't worked out in 10 years, that should be celebrated. And we need to make sure we celebrate that with them, because when you make them feel good about that 1 check-in, I promise you that next week they're going to have 2 check-ins, and then they're going to have 3 check-ins, and then they're going to have 4. And before you know it, they're going to be a rock star challenger in your group because you're holding them accountable. On top of it, the more that you're talking to them about Shakeology and how it's making them feel, the more likely they are to stay on it. If they don't know anything about it and they're just drinking it because it was in their challenge pack, they're going to cancel after month 1. And you guys all should know how good Shakeology is for you. So you want to make sure that you are also sharing that in your groups and talking to your challengers about that. 2 minutes to love on your challengers. Usually I would spend 10 minutes in the morning doing this because I have a big group, and 10 minutes in the evening, but I'm just going to give you guys 2 minutes right now. And does anyone have any questions? Feel free to ask me anything that you guys need. All right, you guys, and that is it. So hopefully that helped you. When you're looking at your business activity tracker, remember, number one, workout and drink your Shakeology. I do not include this in my hour. And number four, personal development. I do this on my own time, so I don't include it in my actual business moving forward activities. Those are things that I check off. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it right now, but this is the end of it. Hopefully this helped you guys. And something else that you can do when you are doing this with your teams is we will give 5 minutes for them to draft up a post so that they have a post ready to go this week. In case you guys do not know this, on Instagram, if you were to go put a post up, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. You kind of can. I would say I'm going to put this post up and you click next. And then you would write some stuff. Instead of clicking share, I would click the back button and it would save to my drafts. So these all right here, I have 4 right now, are posts that I've already written that are ready to go, that have a photo. So on days where I'm super busy and mom life is kicking my butt, or I'm sick, or things are going on, I'm able to just post this to my stories and it's all written out. So it makes it really easy for people who are busy, if you're working right now or you have kids, to have some posts ready to go. I usually try to have about 10 of these. Right now I have 4, but I would usually try to have 10 that are just ready to go posts and super easy to save in your phone, and then they're on Instagram for you. Jessica just asked, what would I say to someone who said, let's work out, but I kept forgetting to reach out to her? Like she wants to work out in person. And sorry, it like delays it, so if you wrote already. And if I forget ever to invite someone, you guys, I just let them know, like, hey girl, I know, because I used to be horrible with tracking. So now that I am better with it, that's not how I always was. But when I forgot people and I realized, I would be like, hey, you said you're ready like 2 months ago, and I wanted to just shoot you an invite and let you know my fit club is, I'm taking my next 5 girls. So something super easy. And if people are in your area, you guys, get together with them. Let them try a workout. Ask them to come over to your house if you know them, or go somewhere and get a workout in. If it's nice out where you live, like go get a workout in with someone outside and have fun. Let people just see you and know that, like, try out the workouts and see it. And the last thing before we hop off, just make sure, you guys, in this business, that you are being who you are. Something that I talked to my team last night about was creating an avatar, and I got this from Kelsey Smith, and she did such a good job of explaining your avatar and just understanding who you are, the objections, your interests, your goals. And something that I really think is good to have is all of that on paper, because when you're getting objections, we all get them, but you can talk about them on your social media because if one person has an objection, other people do too. But also knowing your pain points. Who were you when you started this business? What were the things that you needed or wanted to change that have now changed or are starting to change? Your pain points might be hard to talk about on social media, but that is going to be the thing that people connect with most. I was a mom that was not living up to my full potential. I was working 80 hours a week. I was not home to tuck my daughter into bed, and she would try to wait up for me because I was bartending and serving. I was so far in debt, I couldn't pay for groceries. I share about these things on my social media and how much I used to drink and black out and have an eating disorder. And I share about these things on my social media, not because I love sharing about them, but I want people to know who I was before and who I have become because of this opportunity. And I want to know that if they are in this spot, they can change their life too. And if I don't share those pain points for me, then they can't grow their business and they can't see in themselves that they're going to be successful. So make sure you take time to know who you are and your pain points and your interests and the things you like to Google and look up on YouTube so that you can connect with those people as well. And Jessica, you said she's been my workout video in my stories one Sunday that I did before church and then messaged me, let's work out, and replied to the story while I was in church. So I would shoot her a message and just say, hey, would love to work out. I mean, if you know this person for real, I would just let her know, like, hey, I would love to work out and set up a time with her if she's in your area, if you're friends with her. If you're not and you're not comfortable, you could always lead a workout with her on Zoom or give her one of the sample workouts. We have so many sample workouts for people to try out, so you can shoot her one of those and have her try it out and then get back to you. Were there any more questions before we hop off? I am like seriously sweating. All right, awesome. Thank you guys so much for doing this action hour. I hope it helped you. And when you are watching the replay, if you have any questions, just write them here, tag me, and I will get back to you. I will also make sure I didn't miss anything. But you guys, the business activity tracker is how I grew my business into what I grew it. And I still, from day one to day now, am doing this every single day. And that's how your business is going to move forward. It is simple. It is not hard. It is staying consistent and doing these things. So make sure that you know about this business activity tracker, you set timers, and you stick to it. Hope you guys have a great afternoon. Talk to you all later.